this show, What Just Happens policy, that Harry and Meghan don't actually have any kids. There you go. We were right all along, right?
Something unsettling is brewing behind Buckingham Palace's polished doors, and Meghan Markle is right at the center of it. Word on the street is that the royal inner circle has dropped a demand that no one saw coming. They want DNA tests done on Meghan and Harry's kids. Yes, actual DNA tests. Not for fun, but to settle a question everyone thought was already sealed. Are Archie and Lilibet really Meghan and Harry's biological children? Insiders say Meghan is panicking behind palace walls. Just a while ago, she tried to melt hearts on Instagram by posting a sweet throwback video for Lilibet's 4th birthday. In it, a glowing Meghan danced around her hospital room, 9 months pregnant, showing off her baby bump like any proud mom. But instead of applause, critics pounced like hungry wolves. What was meant as a tender, playful tribute has been twisted into fuel for wild conspiracy theories. Online skeptics are now tearing apart the clip frame by frame, claiming it proves nothing about Lilibet's birth. In the video, Meghan was 9 months pregnant, wearing cozy sweats and dancing like there was no tomorrow. She wasn't just doing a little sidestep. Meghan was twerking and shaking her belly in the middle of her hospital room, blasting star Kaisha's Baby Mama.
There's no pacing, no sense of occasion, and when you constantly overshare, people stop listening. You dull your own impact.
And there was Prince Harry awkwardly dancing with her. Meanwhile, Meghan wrote in the caption that both Archie and Lilibet were born a week late. Spicy food didn't work. Endless walking didn't work. Acupuncture didn't work. So, she said, there was only one thing left, dancing it out. But what was meant to be a cute and playful tribute turned into another royal scandal overnight. Critics didn't hold back.
Those images, it's so undignified. I don't know, call me old-fashioned, but I'm finding that quite uncomfortable to watch.
It is uncomfortable.
They called her dance desperate and embarrassing.
Reaction has been wild. Meghan wasn't twerking. She was shaking loose what little class she had left. And rumor has it Lily came out holding a ring light and a non-disclosure agreement.
Some accused her of staging the video just to grab headlines. Conspiracy theorists crawled out of their caves, claiming the clip was proof of their wildest royal suspicions. Once again, Meghan's simple move became a global drama. Users began dissecting every frame of the clip like it was evidence in a crime documentary. Some claimed Meghan was never even pregnant. They said her baby bump looked too high, too firm, or moved unnaturally, insisting she must have been wearing a prosthetic belly.
So I doubt that he's watching that. The other interesting thing about the mood board is about the rumor about her baby bump and the strap-on bump.
Others declared the hospital room was fake, accusing Meghan of filming the entire scene on a set or generating it with AI to fool the public. The theories just kept getting wilder. A few pointed out that Meghan wore jewelry during the dance, saying no woman about to give birth would bother with bracelets. Others said her lack of an IV drip or hospital cannula proved she wasn't really in labor. One user, claiming to be a nurse, argued that her dancing ability was superhuman for someone 9 months pregnant.
Look at these expressions. Does that look like somebody who's worried and getting ready to go through the worst pain in their whole life?
Then came the resurrected rumors of surrogacy. Critics zoomed into screenshots, adding childish annotations with arrows and circles, trying to highlight every tiny inconsistency they could find. Equipment in the background, the angle of her bump, even the fit of her sweatpants. But Meghan Markle isn't letting the haters ruin her spotlight.
Let's be authentic. Did you see my baby mama dance? I mean, stop it. First of all, can I just tell you, the timing of that.
Even as critics tore apart her dancing video, she doubled down with more family moments guaranteed to make headlines.
But bearing in mind the stress that caused, the lack of sleep, and the timing of the pregnancy, how many weeks in she was, I can say from what I saw.
She posted never-before-seen photos of Prince Harry and Lilibet. In one, Harry and Lilibet walked barefoot down a sandy path, their tiny footprints side by side like a scene from a luxury perfume ad. Another showed Harry cradling newborn Lilibet, gazing down with that soft dad look. Meghan couldn't help gushing in the captions. She called it the sweetest bond to watch unfold, proudly declaring Lilibet as daddy's little girl and favorite adventurer. Then she hit followers with a final emotional punch, wishing her baby girl a happy birthday in the most picture-perfect words. But Meghan wasn't done. She shared black and white photos from 2021, capturing herself cradling Lilibet as a newborn, looking like the ultimate glowing mother. Her caption dripped with sentiment, saying their lives became brighter and better the moment Lilibet arrived. Yet behind the sugary posts, old rumors resurfaced with a vengeance. Whispers returned about Prince Harry's shocking DNA drama. Insiders once claimed that before Archie was born, Harry allegedly took 2 DNA tests, and one of them revealed he wasn't Archie's biological father. Sources said Harry turned ghastly white when he saw the results, while Meghan reportedly burst into tears in disbelief. Though no royal has ever confirmed these jaw-dropping claims, they continue to haunt the Sussexes like a ghost they just can't shake off. Prince Harry was raging behind palace walls when he got the first DNA test results. Insiders say he called it an outright scam, accusing the doctors of cooking up some twisted conspiracy to tear him and his child apart. It was the last thing he needed in a life already haunted by rumors. For years, whispers echoed through royal halls, claiming Prince Charles wasn't really his father.
Now, obviously, Angela, he has been haunted his entire life. With the people who say, I mean, they look so similar.
Harry grew up under that cloud of doubt, and he swore he'd never let Archie feel the same pain. But when that first test allegedly said he wasn't the dad, Harry was shattered. Meghan reportedly broke down in tears, terrified of what this would mean for their family and their fragile place in the monarchy. Harry wasn't about to accept defeat, determined to prove the world wrong. He took a second DNA test. This time, the results came back with relief written all over them. Meghan's unborn baby was indeed his. Harry could finally breathe again, but the royal family wasn't ready to let it go. Behind those gilded palace gates, murmurs continued. Some claimed the test was tampered with. Others whispered that Meghan had been seen getting too close to other men, fueling dark suspicions about who really fathered her child. Then came the video that shut down half the trolls. Once baby Archie started growing, it became clear he was a mini Prince Harry. There was a video posted of him with bright red hair with a cheeky little grin, just like his dad, and it was enough proof he was his father's son.
What's on the next page? See? There's his bill. What are you talking about?
But as the years went by, more and more rumors surrounding Meghan and her children began erupting. Fast forward to 2024, and Meghan kicked off the new year with a fresh scandal. This time, it was all about surrogacy. After spending 2023 drowning in divorce rumors, Meghan was now facing questions about whether she actually gave birth to Archie. And the shocking part? These accusations weren't coming from the royal family. They were coming straight from her own estranged father and sister, who reignited whispers that have haunted Meghan since day one. Social media trolls called her baby bump a moon bump, insisting she was never pregnant. Then Radar Online reported Buckingham Palace was under serious pressure to remove Prince Archie, 5, and Princess Lilibet, 3, from the royal line of succession. That is, unless Meghan could prove she physically gave birth to them. Here's where it gets downright jaw-dropping. Insiders claim there was no official record of Meghan delivering Archie in any hospital under her name. Nothing was signed off by royal physicians. No public documents to confirm the birth. For a royal baby, that's almost unheard of. Usually there are formal photos, smiling doctors, signed statements, and a neat little royal package for the world to see. But with Archie, just radio silence. One palace courtier didn't hold back, telling Radar Online that the scandal was no surprise. Speculation about the kids has been simmering since day one. They may be 6th and 7th in line to the throne, but their lives have been wrapped in cloak and dagger secrecy from the moment they were born. And then, before anyone saw it coming, Meghan Markle's half-sister Samantha threw another grenade into the royal drama. Samantha claimed that if Meghan and Harry used a surrogate, they should have just admitted it instead of weaving a web of secrets.
Well, it kind of makes sense, all things taken together, that there would be a surrogate involved. But why the secrecy?
She didn't hold back, revealing that their father told her 9 months before Archie's birth that Meghan had picked up her frozen eggs. For Samantha, it all clicked into place. A surrogate made sense to her, but what she couldn't understand was the secrecy. Why lie to the world? She asked bluntly. In her view, Meghan could have simply said they were using a surrogate. But there's a twist darker than anyone expected. According to Samantha, if Meghan had admitted to using a surrogate, Archie would have been removed from the royal line of succession.
But isn't the issue, Sam, they would be removed from the line of succession?
Exactly. And then, so I understand why the British public were so, I mean, at one time I thought it was.
Why? Because heirs must be born from a titled royal mother. And here's where the scandal goes from messy to explosive. Using a surrogate isn't the problem. Millions of women do it for medical or personal reasons, and no one bats an eye. The real issue is the alleged cover-up, because if Meghan and Harry truly built their brand, their PR fairy tale, and their global narrative on a pregnancy that never happened, truth be told, that isn't just just bending the truth. That's manipulation on a royal scale. What's interesting here is that rumors about Meghan Markle's pregnancies just wouldn't die down. And now we're starting to understand why. Critics say it all started with the birth of Archie. Officially, Archie was born at Portland Hospital in London, 20 miles away from Meghan and Harry's Frogmore Cottage. But here's where it gets suspicious. Meghan had been planning a home birth, yet somehow Archie was delivered in a hospital without the press ever getting a whiff.
Shows Archie, Harrison, Mountbatten, Windsor arrived May 6th, not at their new home Frogmore Cottage like many had expected, but rather at a London hospital.
Then came the palace's strange announcement. They told the world Meghan was in labor 7 hours after she'd already given birth. Prince Harry later wrote in his memoir that they were back home just 2 hours after Archie's arrival. Critics immediately pounced, saying no woman who just gave birth could be home in 2 hours unless she hadn't physically delivered the baby herself. The questions didn't end there. 11 days after Archie's birth, Meghan quietly amended his birth certificate. Her name changed from Rachel Meghan to Her Royal Highness.
And Rachel Meghan, Her Royal Highness of the Duchess of Sussex, Royal Highness the Duchess of Sussex, I should say, who of course is Meghan Markle.
To conspiracy theorists, it was just another piece of the puzzle in a twisted royal mystery. But while trolls continue to dissect every detail, Meghan's close friend Christopher Bowsey is calling out what he sees as pure cruelty. Bowsey, who appeared in Meghan and Harry's Netflix docuseries, says these moonbump rumors are nothing but vile attacks. According to him, internet trolls have turned her life into a living nightmare.
That is, of course, Christopher Bowsey, who was featured on Harry and Meghan's documentary and talking about the online harassment Meghan Markle has received.
He says they've made it their mission to destroy Meghan, targeting her every joyful moment and twisting it into scandal. In a column for Newsweek, Bowsey didn't mince words, describing their behavior as twisted and relentless. To him, Meghan's only crime was falling in love with a prince. But for the trolls, that was enough to make her their permanent target. What makes the trolling even darker is Meghan's past heartbreak. Bowsey pointed out that this is the same woman who bravely shared her miscarriage story to help other women feel less alone in their grief. He called the conspiracy theories a special kind of cruelty, revealing just how twisted it is to accuse her of faking pregnancies after what she's been through. Meanwhile, behind palace gates, King Charles is busy tightening his grip on the monarchy. He's laser-focused on trimming down working royals, reshaping protocols, and making sure the crown stays scandal-free. The last thing he wants is chaos tied to Harry and Meghan dragging down his reign. But succession talks have forced an uncomfortable question back onto the royal table. If Archie and Lilibet are to be included in the monarchy's future, palace insiders say they want absolute proof that the children truly belong. And that's exactly what set off alarm bells inside Buckingham Palace. Officials began quietly digging through Meghan's past, re-examining pregnancy photos, hospital records, and every public timeline of her motherhood journey. The palace wanted answers, and they weren't about to leave any stone unturned. Here's where it gets downright savage, though. According to insiders, King Charles never wanted Archie and Lilibet to carry royal titles, especially the coveted HRH.
Quite clearly that they still see themselves as part of the royal family, yet the royal family don't really want to have anything to do with them. Now,
the passport drama wasn't just about paperwork delays, it was about power. A source claimed the king knew those passports would become the first and maybe only legal proof of their royal names, and he wasn't ready to let that happen without a fight. But if you think that's cold, wait until you hear what Prince William is planning. Royal insiders are whispering that once William takes the throne, Meghan and Harry's children will be cut out completely. Sources say William has been quietly crafting his blueprint for the monarchy ever since Queen Elizabeth's passing in 2022.
Prince William plans on stripping both Harry and Meghan of their HRH titles once he becomes king.
And in his ruthless new world order, there's simply no room for Archie and Lilibet. One palace insider spilled that William doesn't even talk about Harry anymore. Their bond, once unbreakable, is now just ashes scattered by betrayal and distance. It used to weigh on him heavily, the source revealed. They were so close, and it tore him apart. But now, he's moved on. It's sad, but it's healthier for him.
I mean, I'm not sure how much more hurt William can take with his brother, but I think this would have hurt him deeply that, Harry wants to have a final cut-off.
And so, as William prepares to rule, the writing is on the wall for Meghan and Harry's children. They may carry royal blood, but to the future king, they're outsiders and reminders of a family war he'd rather leave behind.